Hey, it's time Skyrock 11 for a review of the high-grade Schwalbe Graze from Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. This is my latest kit that I got over Christmas along with another IBO kit I'll review next time, and because it is an IBO kit, I'll just quickly mention it's not the sturdiest. I had to paint over all the joints to stabilize them, same with the shoulder vernier connections, which didn't stick in well on their own. So, big fan of the design and color scheme. As I've said before, the standard Graze is one of my favorite grunt suits. I think I'd rank them Jagon, Graze, and Zawart for favorites. The Schwalbe takes the regular Graze design and makes it sharper with more features. Here it is next to the standard Graze for comparison. So I like all the extra verniers added onto it, along with the sleeker front armor and shoulders. It just gives it a much faster look as it's supposed to. Also, absolutely love these side armor pieces. They're actually on the legs instead of the side skirting like they usually would be. Not as big of a fan of it being on the legs because they're not as movable that way, but it's still a really cool design. Also takes the standard Graze head and gives it a double visor, which I like. And it keeps that awesome feature of popping open the head to have a mono eye on the inside. Though in this case, it's shaped a little bit differently because of the visor there. So you have to tilt the head down more for it, whereas with the standard Graze, the head kind of pops open more with the eye facing forward. Whereas in this one, the eye is kind of facing up, I guess. Absolutely love the color scheme on this. Perfect mix of different shades of blue over the gray frame peeking out, and the yellow highlights around the cockpit. The lighter blue parts were pretty glossy, so I put a matte coat over it to look this way. The darker blue parts I felt didn't need it, so just keep in mind, out of box, this will look much more plasticky. For equipment, we've got an interesting backpack with these very movable verniers. Not a lot to it, but you can just pose it a lot of different ways. Standard Graze weapons of an axe and basic rifle. I really like the basic Iron Blooded Orphans rifles. Very nice rifle design. I didn't panel line this rifle, so it could look better though. I just didn't bother panel lining the weapons, only the suit. And then for a unique weapon on this one, the very nice claw shot. I had to paint this because, well, not paint, I just put a metallic Gundam marker over it because it came in the same gray color as all the frame parts, which just didn't look as nice, so I wanted to color it in to look better. Since it's supposed to be more of a silver color or light gray. And then it comes with this little wire piece that you can slot in place of the claw, so that you can have the claw coming out on a wire. While this is a cool feature, unfortunately the wire isn't very strong and doesn't completely hold its position under the weight of this pretty light claw piece. You can see it holds well enough, but it's not staying in this exact position that I set it in. So it's just a bit flimsy. It's also prone to falling out from the gauntlet when moving, but it does stay in fine just sitting there, as you can see. But that's it for the Schwalbe Graze. Next time I'll be reviewing the Regenlays Julia that I also got at the same time. If you want to see my thoughts on other Gunpla in my collection, the playlist on screen has everything I've reviewed so far, including the Xenoblade Siren model kit. And see you next time!